is an interactive show where high vibe souls come together to read energetic patterns through the evolution journey deck. Are you ready to expand into the cosmos and connect with your star family? Sit back, relax, and connect into the frequency of your highest potential with host Kathy Reed.
Hi, soul family. This is Kathy and Cerena, and we're doing the StarSeed Continuum podcast for the month of February. We're in this divine collaboration, and we're going to pull cards, and we're going to kind of talk about the frequencies that we're feeling for February. And so we've talked about it, and we're just going to reflect on in this total divine reflection on what we're feeling for the frequencies of February 2023. And so I'm going to turn it over to Cerena first, and she's going to bring in her brilliance.
Hi, everyone. It's so good to be here with you again. Yes, February for me is, I think it's feeling more hopeful than other years. I just have this sense of new growth, new beginnings, just freshness coming forth. It's also the love month, which I have a lot of sense of that too, that energy. But I'm really seeing nature come back. Things are thawing where I live, and I'm just, there's ducks on the water and a heron outside, and I'm just full of anticipation for the new. Kathy?
And that's what I'm feeling, is the anticipation. I am feeling in the month of February, I'm feeling that love energy, new relationships, and it's like it's renewing that place of relationships. And then I'm also feeling there are the frequency is working for new business collaborations that people are they've been, it's like Cerena said, they've been hibernating, and it's like they're thinking about changing jobs, moving into the spring. And that's kind of what I'm feeling with this frequency. I'm also noticing the temperatures are starting to raise a little bit. We're out of the thaw, and they're moving up from the 30s and 40s into the 50s and 60s in my area. And so it's like, so that's what I'm feeling for the month of February. It is that hope. So Cerena and I are on the same frequency level with what we're feeling for February. So now we're ready to pick the cards that are going to speak to us and code us for the brilliant feelings of February. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to pick the first cards, which is the top symbol of our reading. And that is all about what is it that's going to support you to unhook from an intention that you've been doing over and over. So this first card is going to be unhooking from your looping cycle. And so the card that I'm going to pick, the first three cards. The first card is the 18. And that 18 is, when we do the interpretation, it is a beautiful frequency of where we're unhooking from the super hologram. And I just really adore this card because it's about stepping out of the mini-me and moving it up into just this higher 18 frequency, which is it is the awakening level of the 9. And so I'm going to place that on the board. And at the end, I am going to put my camera on the card so that we can code you with the frequency of these cards. So the second card that I'm picking is the 14. And that 14 is the embodiment level of the 5. And I'm just saying that before I lay it down on the ska, because it just feels so strong that we are embodying this frequency. Then the third card is, here's the 15, which is unlooping from the 6. But this card right here is our ascended bloodline. And so as we're unhooking these with our beautiful evolution symbol, we're going to turn them into a positive code. And we're going to do that right now. So we're going to put our hands on our heart, and we're going to just dive into this unhooking energy. And then I'm going to have Cerena just kind of intuit and feel into what's unhooking from these 3 cards, so that we can turn it into a positive.
Okay, so with our 18, that has to do with kind of having a negative brain loop going, old programming, keeping you stuck from full expression, just kind of stomping down on your frequency a bit, moving out of your home frequency. So that's a really good one to clear. And then we go to the energy of the 14, which, you know, on the opposite side, it would mean change and kind of rebirth and getting going again. But this means that there's some stuck energy, maybe fear of stepping forth into some change. And so we're going to clear that so that you feel like you can take those steps that you're being led to take. And then we go to the 15, which I find this is such a wonderful card, because it's about soul family, but at a higher level. And it often has to do with ancestral bloodline and just soul family, maybe even of angels and other realms. And this means that there's some stuck energy there too, about moving into that, not kind of feeling disconnected maybe. And maybe another thing that this card can represent in this placement is not speaking your truth. And that is a big one, I think, for many. I certainly get caught with that sometimes. And also to block guidance. So to really get connected the way we want to with this energy, we want to clear that blockage, any blockage at all, on not feeling like you can express or not really tuning into the guidance that is there for you.
And so with that interpretation, we are ready to just go in to your recorder cell. That is where everything is held. We're going to go into the recorder cell. We're going to go right in to the mitochondria. And the mitochondria is in the pineal gland. And so we're going to just move it right into that place where those little powerhouses in the mitochondria and the DNA that is held there. We are going to just go in and just clear this negative pattern. And the codes that we're clearing are the 9, 5, and 6. We're going to just see that where we're holding that frequency in a part of your DNA. And we're seeing us unhook from this place that has been, that's been expressing and looping over and over and over. This is an epigenetic code. And so we're going to just clear, we're just going to pull that out of this little bump that we felt in the DNA. We're going to just bring that from behind the God particle, and we're going to clear it. We're going to see the 9 just move into random. and just dissipate. We're going to see the 5, and we're going to watch it just follow and just totally dissipate. And then we're going to see that 6, and we're going to see it just pull. It's just almost like a feather. It's just moving with the flow, and what's moving into random. And so, Cerena, we have, so now these codes, those 3 numbers are changing, and they're expressing in the positive. And so now we're really ready to bring in the positive expression of the bottom 3 numbers for the bottom pyramid. And I want you to pick the 3 cards.
Yes, I'm ready to do that. Okay, this guy wants to come out. The first card is a 4. And the second card is a 30. And the third card is a 31.
Oh.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So the 4 energy is about foundation and having a really good foundation. It also means working in flow and just really having your intuition go up. It's a very strong card about shifting the energy from what we just cleared, and to really know that we've got a new foundation available. These last 3 cards are about divine guidance that's available to you from this reading. And then we move to the 30, which is mastery level of the 3 energy. And that, again, expression. See, we have this new foundation coming online, and all this flow, and then we have all this creativity and expression available, which is just wonderful. And then the final card is a 31, which is mastery of the 4. So we have 2 4s in this 3-card part in this last pyramid. And this is, again, oh my goodness, totally an affirmation that at a mastery level, we have a new foundation. Just the flow is just coming on, and the intuition is rising to the highest frequency. We're ready to rock and roll. Kathy, what do you have?
I am going to read the 4 very similarly. It's like building a very strong foundation, and here's the 4. Then we're moving over to that 30, and that's the mastery level of the 3. And it's totally that higher expression. And that's what we're moving into. And then the 31, again, you've got the 4 here, and then the 31. And that's telling us that you are moving up in frequency, and that you're moving from the awakening level of 4 into that total mastery level of the 4. And so now I'm going to move to that first pyramid, and I'm going to read the positive numbers in that upper pyramid, so that that when I get done, then Cerena is going to read what she's seeing in the upper, and then we're going to code you to all 6 numbers. And right before we code you, we're going to pick an I am card. So let me read what the upper pyramid has moved into in its positive expression. So we have that 18, which is the 9. And I always see that as the highest level of the God sphere. And it is a beautiful card because it mirrors it. To me, it's always moved from the mini me into that mastery level, because you have the 2 expressions. You have that small, you have the small mirror image of the big expression. And what I'm seeing with this 9 is it's shifting. It's moving to where the divine is taking over and leading. And that's our body and the technology turning on. And then we move down here to this 14. It's the embodiment level of the 5. And so if you look at this big circle and this little tiny circle right at the top. What I'm seeing there is that it's starting to merge. So it's like you're starting to merge and embracing at a higher level. Change, flow, sovereignty, and freedom. And then it moves over to that 15, which is, I see that as the ascended bloodlines. And that card is the blood and you bringing up your ancestors and transmuting that into for yourself first, and then for all your ancestors. It's really an exciting card to move into. And so I'm going to turn it over to Cerena and let her read the top codes, and then we will code you for this reading. We'll pick the I am, and then we'll code you for the reading. Your interpretation, Cerena.
Yes, well, this 18, like, you know, Kathy and I will probably say some similar things here, but I see this as where you were and where you can be, and that you're invited to bloom fully as an expression of the divine. And then we go to this 14, and the 14 really one of the things that 14 represents is not needing to know every little detail about where you're headed. It goes well with the 12 energy, I think, which is a listen and do energy. But what this is saying is you're moving forward, you're blooming, you're expressing, and it's a change card at a higher level, but it's also about you trusting that you don't have to know every little itty bitty step to get where you're going, because you are divinely guided and supported on your journey. And then we get to the 15, which is again the bloodline energy of soul family. Excuse me. And this really means that you're clearing for everyone, and you are also connecting. You have the ability to connect with ancestors and with other higher realm beings. You know, the angels are coming in for you if you are of that, you know, that persuasion. But other realms are here to support us as we're on this journey on this planet. And so you are available to the connection now. Excuse me.
Cerena, what I would like you to do is let's let you pick the first I am card, and then I'll pick the second. We got two.
Let me tell you what happened. I had my I am cards in my hand a minute ago, and two flew out together.
Okay, then let's pick those.
So we're going to have three today, or maybe more.
Okay.
But what I got is I am an alchemist. See life as your journey to enlightenment. And that is 27, which is high level 9 energy. God reflects God. Excuse me. And then I got I am creation, spirit guides me, which is 5 energy. So we have 5 energy on the board. And so this is just an affirmation of that too. Kathy, what did you get?
I'm going to choose, I got one that fell out of the deck. I am young. My body vibrates as vital energy. So, let me find you tell me again. I'm gonna stop the video, and I'm just gonna. And so everybody, we got the code, we've got the information, and we're going to go in and code. I'm going to do 3 and Cerena's going to do 3. And we're just going to go into the recorder cell, and in that place where we pulled in the mitochondria cell, in that DNA, we pulled that code out earlier, those 3 numbers. We're going to replace it with this beautiful code of all 6 numbers. And so the first 3 numbers, we're going to pull through the God sphere and into that place of expression. We're going to bring in the 9, the 5, and the 6.
And I'm going to bring in 4, 3, and 4.
And we're going to watch it sequence and download. And we're watching all those little receptor sites start to wave their little flags as this code is just moving into total expression. It's an excitement that we're feeling. And so we're going to sequence and download this beautiful code. And so we're going to lock it in. We're going to lock in the 9, 5, 6, and the 4, 3, 4. We're seeing it totally connect, and we're connecting it to the hydrogen bonds. And we're seeing the H3O2 start to light up. And the last thing that's going to light up is the DMT. Then, as all of these 3 things are laid on each other, you're going to watch this hydrogen atom start to spin ever so slightly, and it's moving into a higher spin state. Just feel this, your frequency just moving up. It's moving up through the wormhole and moving up to that highest level that we can hold. And so we're seeing it and we're locking it in. Thank you. I love you. It is done. And this is our reading for February. So I'm going to turn off my video and I'm going to bring that up so we can do our little closing. And so this is our reading for the month of February. And Cerena, I can feel the higher frequency already.
I'm excited. I am excited. I mean, taking this time to really reflect on it has just inspired me. I mean, my energy has shifted completely since we started. Up. You know, I am excited about just all the new that's coming forth and really, really knowing it to be true.
And that's kind of what I'm feeling too, is that for a little while now, my body's been leading me into this place of, it's turned on the technology and I am embodying it and living it. And that's where we're inviting you into, is to feel the highest frequency that you can feel for this reading of February. And Cerena and I'll be right there with you. And we do it about twice a week. I do one and then Cerena does one, and I do 4 and Cerena does 4. And so with each reading, we express in our unique style. But it always, you look at our readings, they're separate, but they are so together. And that's what we invite you to subscribe to our intuitive YouTube channel, Evolution Intuitive Readings. Like and share and subscribe. We're inviting you into that. And just to let you know, is this is going to change into a podcast also. And so it's exciting to where you'll be able to hear these readings together. And that's coming. It's not here yet, but we're working on putting this in motion. And so here we go. We're going to say thank you. I love you. It is done.
Goodbye, everyone. Blessings.
Goodbye.
Namaste.
Thank you for listening to StarSeed Continuum, where we connect you to your highest evolutionary pattern. To learn more ways to play with the Star family or to be a part of this live interactive show, visit activateevolution.com. Now go and live your highest potential.